Hey guys, it's Pastor Bruce. Over my shoulder you may notice one of these great towers that carries massive power lines. I find these things fascinating. You know, they're all across our countryside and they've become so commonplace we really don't notice them much anymore. But they go off in this direction as far as the eye can see and as far back this way as I can see. And I have no idea, but they must be carrying a massive amount of power. But I tell you what, if you total together all of these kinds of power lines that are all across our world, they do not compare to the power that is at our disposal through prayer. We're in Luke chapter 6 today, and this chapter begins with Jesus getting hassled by the Jewish leaders first because they are eating from the fields, gleaning on the Sabbath, and then Jesus also heals this man on the Sabbath. The later part of this chapter covers what is called the Sermon on the Plain, which is Luke's version of the Sermon on the Mount. But between these two is a passage that's very interesting, and I want to read verse 12 to you. Now it came to pass in those days that he, Jesus, went out to the mountain to pray and continued all night in prayer to God. Why did he do this? Well, Luke explains in the next section that Jesus was praying because he was preparing to choose from all of his disciples the 12 who would be his apostles, that central dozen men that would be his sent ones, his messengers, those who would during his lifetime preach the gospel, and many of who in the time after Jesus' ascension to the Father would be carrying the gospel message, not only in Israel, but to the Gentiles as well. This was an important activity that Jesus was doing, and he prayed all night to prepare himself for this. Now guys, imagine this. Jesus, the Messiah, the Christ, the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, fully God, fully man, needed all night long to pray to make this decision. I've never prayed all night long for anything. To me, praying for an hour seems like a long time. Jesus prayed all night. We need more power through prayer. If you're already praying an hour a day, God bless you. But even that isn't necessarily enough. We need to follow Jesus' model. If we want the true power to be able to serve God in the way that He deserves, we need more prayer. God bless you as you go.